I don't give a rat's behind about Steve Harvey or Marjorie and what they're going through, in the public. I will say this here, whatever's going down, however they're getting dragged, they deserve it. But let me say this now. I will say this. But she needs to be called out of what she's done to this family.
At first I was like, wow. And then when I took the emotion out to actually see, because most people read to reply, they don't listen to they don't read to comprehend. So after I took it out, I said, oh, they just made her to be just a hoe. She kicking with both them in the camp.
Well, you know how Tinseltown always has some juicy drama happening. Hold on to your hats, because we've got some serious tea to spill. This time it's none other than Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband. And he's coming forward claiming that she's been playing a not-so-sweet game of hide-and-seek in the fidelity department. So what's the deal? Well, there's recent rumors that have been painting Marjorie in a pretty unflattering light, claiming that she's been cheating on Steve Harvey with not just one, but two different men. And of course, they tried to do some damage control, but her former husband, he's not mincing words. He says that all the whispers we've been hearing are very much spot on. So get ready, because we're going to dive deep into the headlines. Is Marjorie Harvey's fabulous life hiding some not-so-fabulous secrets? Before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us tremendously bring out new content for your enjoyment. So, word around Hollywood is that Marjorie has been dealing with some scandalous affairs. Yeah, I mean plural. One of them was with none other than Steve's trusty bodyguard, William Big Boom Freeman. And Big Boom is a lot more than just muscle, actually. He's also a relationship guru and an author, which is a bit weird that he's a relationship guru and be part of infidelity, but we digress. Now, it's not just wild speculation. Reports have been flooding in, saying that Marjorie and Freeman have been spotted creeping around together. And it's got folks thinking that there might be more than just a friendly vibe going on. But here's where things get kind of spicy. Big Boom actually had a hand in setting up Marjorie and Steve way back in 2005. Naturally, a lot of people are wondering if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Was there some history between Marjorie and Freeman before she and Steve became an item? Steve himself recently shared a cute little animated video about their love story, saying,
I'm finna marry this motherfucker right here.
But it's got some people thinking, hold on a minute, especially since Freeman was the guy who reached out to Marjorie's friend to kind of set the whole thing in motion after Steve's divorce. And you're probably, like a lot of other fans, wondering how Freeman had such easy access to Marjorie and her friend in the first place. Well, turns out Big Boom kinda has a shady past, and he's been pretty open about it. He's even talked about how he used to play games with women to feel in control and confident. Not exactly squeaky clean. And now it seems like Marjorie might have a thing for that type. Word on the street as well is that Marjorie decided to pull the plug on her marriage with Steve after the rumors started swirling. I guess Steve wasn't about to let this one slide. They tried their best to control the news. And now, Marjorie's ex-husband, he's speaking up. Jim Townsend. Yeah, he got himself into a real pickle. Pretty nasty situation where he took the blame for a crime in order to protect his partner in crime, Marjorie. Why? Well, all boils down to that crazy little thing called love. He was head over heels for Marjorie, and he didn't want her to face the realities of the justice system, so he stepped up and took the fall. Apparently, Townsend's decision to be that fall guy had some seriously profound consequences. It was a one-way ticket to jail, a tarnished reputation, and a life sentence behind bars. And then, after serving his time, he had to deal with the ultimate challenge, trying to fit back into society. No, it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. There was a hefty dose of stigma attached to his past, and he had to face it head on. But the real kicker, Marjorie, the one he took the fall for, she just walked away. She left Jim in jail and moved on to another man. So let's dive into the Townsend side of the story. After all those years of taking the fall for Marjorie, he often found himself thinking that she's the one who turned his life into a living hell. He couldn't shake the feeling that Marjorie had a talent for getting herself into some complicated situations. And Jim had seen her charm her way out of tight spots before, and he couldn't help but wonder if history might repeat itself, especially when it came to her current husband, Steve. Townsend had a gut feeling that Marjorie had the potential to stray from the straight and narrow, and not just with anyone. He was side-eyeing that bodyguard and chef in particular, and it wasn't that he had any concrete evidence or anything, but he had seen the way they looked at Marjorie when they thought no one else was looking. And let's not forget the internet rumor mill. It was buzzing with its own theories about Marjorie's relationship with Steve. Some keyboard warriors out there are convinced the only reason why she got with him is because he has those deep pockets. Now, when you throw in the rumor about Marjorie allegedly filing for that jaw-dropping $200 million divorce suit, it kind of adds another layer of intrigue to the whole thing. I mean, that is a mind-boggling amount of money, right? It's no wonder that people online are connecting the dots and speculating that perhaps financial considerations are at play here. After all, $200 million, that's the kind of cash that can change lives. And it seems like Steve is feeling the heat as this bad publicity starts swirling around his family. Those unsubstantiated claims have left fans and even his comedy friends, like TK Kirkland, scratching their heads. TK Kirkland actually spilled the beans during a recent interview, admitting,
At first I was like, wow. And then when I took the emotion out to actually see it, because most people read to reply, they don't listen to they don't read to comprehend. So after I took it out, I said, oh, they just made her to be just a hoe. She kicking them with both them in the camp.
The backlash against Steve wasn't a joke either. The Kings of Comedy star had his fair share of online criticism because of the rumors, and definitely didn't sit with him well. But in an effort to do some much-needed damage control, both Marjorie and Steve stepped up to address that elephant in the room. Steve actually had an appearance at InvestFest in August and made it clear that he wasn't having any of it.
Before I get started, just let me say, I'm fine. Marjorie's fine. I don't know what y'all doing, but find something else to do, because we fine.
He even took to Twitter to remind the world of their love story, perhaps as a way to kind of shift the focus back to the positive. Meanwhile, over on Instagram, Marjorie took a very different approach, drawing from the wisdom of the Bible. She quoted a passage that kind of deflected attention away from the negative press, emphasizing that they don't usually stop to address the foolishness and lies that get thrown their way. However, she recognized that with great blessings also comes great responsibility. So it looks like Townsend's got its own set of worries and doubts when it comes to Marjorie and her current life. It's kind of like he's stuck in this never-ending drama, not quite sure how it's going to play out, especially when Marjorie's involved. But one thing's for sure, he's keeping an eye on the situation, and he's ready for the plot twists and ready to spill some more tea. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.
That's mine right there. Yeah, I own you and you own me. I will kill everybody in here about your ass. Please understand that about the way I love you, Marjorie Elaine.